This game is literally about dreaming, and it's the most wholesome and weird thing I've played in the last few months. It's called Hypnagogia, developed by Sodaraptor, an indie dev who originally made it for a jam called LSD Jam. The craziest part, he built the whole game in less than a month. As you might imagine, this is a very unique title. The visuals recreate that nostalgic 90s style, somewhat like Silent Hill or Mario 64, and they are executed really well. The mechanics themselves are pretty simple. It's a basic platformer. You walk, you look around, you jump, and you interact. Nothing groundbreaking here, but that's not really the point. In each dream, you will need to fulfill a task for someone or something in order to get the crystal dream. You'll see how things twist each time you unlock a new level. When you start the game, you are in the Dream Hub, a central place you return between dreams. It's your getaway to the next dream. There you meet a small rabbit named Goji, who guides you throughout the game and even drops some fun behind-the-scenes dev facts. The game is all about moving from dream to dream, helping the creatures and characters you meet along the way, but it also has a deeper message. That's what really makes it so special. So let me take you throughout the dreams. Dream 1 is Cat World. This one is just pure wholesomeness. The world looks like an Asian temple, but it's filled with cat monks. Their leader, a giant cat, asks you for food, and after chatting with some of the locals and doing a little searching, you can bring him what he needs. Now, it's just as a fun fact, this dream was based on one of the developers recording dreams, where he would wake up with his cat beside him asking for food. Second dream is called Traverse the Sky. This one is visually stunning and my favorite. Now, if you're into surreal or beautiful sky landscapes, you'll love this level. You talk to glowing crystals and help them out with a simple task. It's peaceful, it's colorful, and generally calming. Dream 3 is Learn to Swim. Now, you're under the sea, helping aquatic creatures, somewhat humanoid, with more like tasks. Again, the vibe is dreamy and pleasant, but you start to feel things shifting very slightly. The fourth dream is called Over the Hedge, a maze inhabited by ogreish creatures. It's funny and weird in the best way. The first character you meet is an ogre trimming bushes while complaining about "back in the day we worked more," a nod to a dream the dev had where his dad appeared as this exact character. The fifth dream is called Edge of the World. This is where things start to turn. You arrive in a flooded city made out of concrete, surrounded by water. You meet a guy who's just bored, and he wants a book to read. Everything here has a much more somber tone. Dialogue is introspective and even a little bleak. The immersion in this level is top-notch. You'll want to talk to everyone just to hear what they say. The sixth dream is called The Hotel. This one hits hard emotionally. The hotel is dark with reddish walls and narrow halls. Each room is a safe zone, but the characters inside all seem quietly miserable. They are all trapped in their comfort zones, and your goal is to find a radio for someone who wants to try something new, but sadly almost every frequency is static. This level explores the feeling of being stuck, of being safe but unfulfilled. It's based on two real dreams, one from the dev who moved a lot as a kid due to his dad being in the military, and one from a Discord user who described a creepy liminal hallway with a humanoid figure in a mirror. Seventh dream is I'm late for school. This is a classic anxiety dream that we've all had at some point. You are running late and there's a mannequin and you need to feed it with meat from a vending machine. I told you this game was weird. This mannequin plot also comes from the dev itself and his dreams. The eighth dream is sleep paralysis, the scariest and most intense dream in the game. You are stuck in what looks like a prison. The only goal is to wake up. This one hits close to home for the dev, who has experienced a lot of sleep paralysis episodes. It's unnerving, disorienting, and has an excellent representation of that feeling. There's also a secret dream you can find hidden in one of the levels. It's very cozy and warm, and it's a little reward for the curious one. Now, if you miss it, like me, don't worry. Once you beat the game, you unlock the Hub Plus mode, which lets you revisit any dream, including the secret one. These are the kinds of games that make me love the indie scene. Hypnagogia takes a simpler platformer formula and turns it into a deeply emotional, surreal journey through our dreams, memories, and feelings. Visuals are beautiful, the characters are weird and interesting, and it all just works. I love how you slowly go from a wholesome dream to a more individual and introspective vision of the dreams. It's a very short game, but it has a good timing and it never feels boring or uninteresting. And here's the best part. It's free on itch.io, but there is a newer extended version with more dreams available on Steam for just $10, and honestly it's totally worth it. There's also a lot of small details and secrets, and Goji the rabbit tells you that inside the game files you can find a note from the dev on which he explains all the different meanings of the dreams. But anyway, that's all from me today, so see you soon, random internet brother.